Great to have you here. The details now. The men's gold scandal has brought to the fore the issue of Ponzi schemes that are from time to time reared their ugly heads in the country. The fraudulent operations of Piram and R5 finance companies in the 1980s led to many losing their life savings while chasing attractive investment rates of 50% and over. In the following report, Raymond Aqua takes us through how we can identify a Ponzi scheme and avoid it.
A Ponzi scheme is a form of fraud in which a purported business pays huge returns to earlier investors using funds obtained from newer ones. It is named after Charles Ponzi, who became infamous for running such an operation in Boston in the 1920s. To avoid being a victim yourself, these are some red flags to spot one before it's too late. 1. Ponzi schemes usually offer abnormally high guaranteed returns of more than 10% or more every month. 2. They have a vague business model and mostly tell you their investment process is confidential. As MD of Fidelity Bank, Julian Oponi explains, it's unlike usual banking.
Now that's different from standard banking, which is about financial intermediation, where what you're meant to be doing is you invest a certain amount of capital to create an infrastructure. And the infrastructure is meant to go to the part of the society that has an excess of resources and wants to deploy it in a certain way that they can get, an appreciable return.
3. Most Ponzi schemes investment products are usually based in places far away from where they raised funds. Lawyer Isankuma explains.
So if there's this gold, mythical gold, that is trading and bringing money on an exchange we do not know about, in a country we do not know about, and you refuse to submit your documents to the SEC to vet, to even decide whether your scheme can be licensed. And so if your business is not robbing Peter to pay Paul, don't rob Peter, pay Paul. Now, if you can't pay Paul without robbing Peter, then you are Ponzi.
4. Don't be fooled. It is true that early entrants tend to benefit most, but there is a catch.
The problem is you don't know when it ends. So if a Ponzi scheme has a life span of 10 years, those that probably enter 7, 8, 9, 10 may struggle.
And yes, it doesn't really matter how long he's been in operation.
Madoff operated this for 20 years, the Ponzi scheme in U.S., in the center of the stock exchange market in England, in the U.S., for 20 solid years. It was the 2008, 2009 bubble bust that actually exposed him. Other than that, he could have operated for 100 years, even in the midst of American solid regulation.
Well, if you want to ignore all these signs and proceed to invest in such schemes, at least don't forget there is no known history of anybody in Ghana being jailed for running such a scheme. But many have died as a result of it.
Well, so that's something to help you identify a Ponzi scheme and avoid it.